Hello and welcome to the unboxing video. My name is James, I'm a writer for Hardcore Gamer, and we've recently teamed up with Signature Edition Games as their exclusive unboxing partner. Today we got a pair of titles to show off. They both show up at once, so we're going to tear into them both at the same time. We've got the Coma, Recut, a 2D survival horror adventure set in a Korean high school, and we've also got Slain, Back from Hell, which is a fantasy slasher with a heavy metal vibe running through the whole thing. We'll be tearing these things open in just a second, but first it's worth noting that we've got a giveaway running for these guys over at hardcoregamer.com. There will be appropriate links in the description below, so check it out when we're done here. Okay, so let's get started opening these guys up. Now we're going to begin with the coins, which are the pre-sale goodie you get for, well, reserving them. They're hard, metally, nice and solid, and, you know, bronze colored as you can see. We've got one for Slain, and one for the Coma. Now the front is, you know, themed to the game. The back is the Signature Edition Games logo. They just feel really nice, good and solid and hefty. So you guys can hang out over there for a bit. Okay, so let's open these guys up. Now, internally, these are roughly the same in terms of content. You've got the game itself, of course, you've got an art book, and a soundtrack CD as well. Slain, however, comes with a guitar pick included, thematically appropriate for a heavy metal game. They're both fairly bloody little things. Somehow Slain gets a 16, whereas the Coma gets a 12 for the European ratings. Not quite sure how that worked out, seeing as, we'll begin with the Coma. It's a survival horror game where you're a high schooler trapped in, well, high school of course, and you're being stalked by a psycho killer. You get to run, you get to hide, you get to dodge, you do not get to fight back. This is a game about evasion rather than confrontation. Okay, so on the front of the box, what we've got is the cover art, of course, and the signatures that are the calling card of Signature Edition Games. These three people are the team members of Devespresso Games, the developer. On the side, you can see right here in this little orange stripe that is volume IV/S, meaning it's the fourth Switch game Signature Edition Games has put out. And the back is the trade dress you'd see if it was sitting on a store shelf somewhere. So let's dive on in and see what it's got. So, off goes the plastic. Away goes the plastic. So, inside here we have Teacher's Manual Art Book. Soundtrack CD with 21 tracks. And of course, the game itself. Let's head on here and see what we got. Away again. Now, inside the package, we've got a cartridge and a very toothy individual who apparently would like to kill you dead, I'm guessing. Well, so no instruction manual this time either, but oh well. We've got also, the cartridge is tiny, but it preserves the game forever, which is pretty much what we came here for in the first place. Always nice to see. And as for the case itself, as you can see, the cover is basically identical to the cardboard box, minus the signatures on the front. The soundtrack CD opens up to that snarling face again. When we pop it off the spindle, it's one big expanded scene with our hero, and something pretty ugly happened right there. Life is tough. As for the art book, hefty little thing. Well, not hefty, but you know, solid. Now the art in this is really nice. The art in the Coma is very much like playing a manga, or the Korean version of a manga. It's called a manhwa. And this is the development art from the game. A lot of good stuff in here. Okay. And that's what you have inside a copy of the Coma. Okay, next up on the unboxing, we've got Slain, Back from Hell. While Slain is a slasher on the surface, it's actually a bit more precise than that. There's a block move that turns into a parry when used with proper timing, leaving enemies open to a strong counterattack that not only takes most of the regular creatures down in a single hit, but also generates a mana orb. A standard swing is also good for sending a fireball back where it came from, and seeing as blocking lets a sliver of damage through, a strong heavy metal warrior quickly learns when to button mash, use good timing, or use all that hard-earned mana on a magic attack. Okay, so on the front of the game, we've got a rear view shot of our hero Bathoran, sword dripping blood, throwing the horns, lightning springing from his hands, illuminating the logo. We've also got the signature of Andrew Gilmore, who's basically the father of this entire project. It's also worth noting, though, that a major part of the game is the music of Kurt Victor Bryant, who used to be the lead guitarist on heavy metal band Celtic Frost. And as long as we're name-checking people, there was also Thomas Jens and Christian Bliss, programmer and designer respectively. Now on the side, we've got the logo, of course, and as you can see, there's Volume 3/S, meaning it's the third Signature Edition Games Switch game. And on the back, we've got the standard trade dress here. So let's take a look inside this one. Soundtrack should be super nice. But that's really more to listen to than to show, but what can you do? And apparently comes with the strongest plastic the world has ever seen. Take that. Haha. Gone. All right, so inside Slain, we've got game disc, art book, soundtrack, and a guitar pick. Now, starting off with this, just because it happens to be the first thing I'm holding, we have got, there we are, nice metal, and with a good Slain logo engraved right on it. Cool. Okay, now the soundtrack. Not a lot of design on the inside, but still 20 individual tracks on here. The game itself, shred. Deplasticify that thing, and the way that goes is going to be quite the pile over there. Much nicer art on the inside sleeve there. And of course, again, tiny little preserved for all time, or until the bit rot sets in a couple decades in the future. Little cartridge. Back in you go. Wow. And as for the art book, we have pixel art, boss headshots, big old logo, sketches, animation stills, black and white art, a lot of good stuff in here. So that is what you find in a copy of Slain, Back from Hell. And that is the lot for today. So with everything put away, because we are not barbarians around here after all, that concludes today's presentation. We'll be back again with more from Signature Edition Games, and thanks for joining us.